I was more excited to be on the stage with all the people. It was great that we did a small, intimate photo with Governor Deal in his office with a handful of manufacturing leaders and sponsors for the Georgia Manufacturing Alliance, but I really enjoyed being on the stairs with, it looked like probably 70 or 80 manufacturers from around the state. That was exciting for many of those guys. It was the first time they'd ever been in the Capitol. Even for me, last year was the first time I'd been in the Capitol since I was in the first grade. So being able to help people with so many different first opportunities like that, it was exciting to be able to see people light up. And I know when I walked out of the Capitol the first time, it really felt like that I had some ownership in that Capitol. It was part of what we do, and it was more than something that you just see on TV, that we were involved with it. 7 years ago, we started the Georgia Manufacturing Alliance, which was initially named Networking MFG, and we designed the organization to be a supporter of manufacturing across the state. And it was just a small little networking thing. We made a few phone calls, and we had about 16 people show up at our first meeting. And we've been hosting monthly meetings ever since, and it's been really cool to see how it's grown since then. We've again had monthly meetings and plant tours all over the state, and now we're opening up Savannah, and it looks like we're just got invited to open up a chapter in Rome. So to see the growth, our target in 2020 is to have over 1,000 active members and host an event, the Georgia Manufacturing Summit in 2020, with 2,500 people plus to attend that event. And again, it's all about promoting Georgia manufacturers and helping those folks make better connections. Yeah, Georgia Manufacturing Alliance really works hard to make sure that we open up the doors for not only the focused manufacturing. We only a very small percentage of the products that are manufactured in the state are consumer goods. Most of them are in process, or they manufacture equipment and machines and that sort of thing that people never see. So we want to make sure that it's a great place for people that are plastic injection molders and circuit board designers and industrial finishing and that kind of thing. Things that you don't think about too much as far as manufacturing, but it does give the opportunity for those folks to connect and network with the people that need those services. So we got a great Smith and Howard is a CPA firm, and you wouldn't think too much about a CPA firm being involved in manufacturing, but guys, we got people that are great at making stuff, but we also need to be able to have people that can balance the books at the end of the month. So we try to connect companies that have a tendency and have a large percentage of their business that service manufacturing. We try to connect those to our members because manufacturing has special needs that you don't find in just any business. It's not like a dry cleaners or a pizza joint. Manufacturing has special needs that need to be addressed by service companies that know how to fill those needs. Currently, some of the statistics in Georgia manufacturing is we've got about 440,000 people that go to work every day in the manufacturing community. They attend or they go to about 9,500 manufacturing facilities across the state. And there are machines that are sitting idle today because they can't find qualified people to operate those machines. So we've got an opportunity to open up some, workforce development is a big piece that the state's working on, and our technical colleges and university system. They're working really hard to fill that gap. But there's some great opportunities, and the average income in the state of Georgia for non-farm income is about $45,000 a year. Non-farm income, the same classification in manufacturing, is over $65,000 a year. So the average manufacturing job pays over $20,000 a year in salaries and benefits higher than non-manufacturers. And people don't know that. When people talk about manufacturing, typically they think about manufacturing being that old dirty, dangerous, dead-end job. But in reality, the manufacturing is high-tech, good, solid, stable jobs that pay great. And we just need to let people know about that. And that's one of the reasons that we're doing what we do, is to bring awareness of manufacturing across the state. I was a veteran from the U.S. Air Force and spent 4 years that actually shaped a lot of the reasons that I do what I do, is because you're taught to give back and give to the community. And it's been fun seeing, getting connected with veteran associations. I have been invited to be on the board of Vet Buds in Lawrenceville. It's opening a new chapter that helps the transition for veterans to come on board and find local work. And we've got a lot of great manufacturers. And one of the things that I always ask when we're bringing on a manufacturing company that comes on board to GMA is we ask, are you veteran friendly? I mean, does your environment, is it does it work well with veterans? Because it is a little bit different environment. And most often we find at manufacturing, on average, they're really open to bring veterans in because of their work ethic and their commitment and their skills that they bring to the table. So supporting our veterans is really important to me in GMA. And we're going to be able to, through some of the other associations that we're working with, continue to promote veterans and getting veterans great jobs in manufacturing in Georgia. Well, it's really important for consumers to be educated about the products that are manufactured in Georgia. The reason that it's so important is because every time that you make a purchase, you're helping to support and promote jobs somewhere. Either you're supporting and promoting jobs here in Georgia, or you're sending your money out of state, or even overseas. And every dollar that you spend for American-made goods, especially in Georgia, you're focusing, you're creating your vote for those jobs somewhere, and we want them to be in Georgia. We just want to let people know about what's being made here. The average consumer can name less than 5 products that they know for a fact are made in Georgia, and we hope to change that. The reason that people typically join GMA, when new people come on board, is that they want to network. They want to get connected to other companies that have some of the same challenges and some of the same issues, and find out from other professionals how they do their business, and also be able to make good connections to be able to pass business back and forth. It's really important to be able to build a community. At one time, most of the business, honestly, was let either at the golf course or at the bar on Friday night. That's how manufacturing used to be. And then the internet showed up, and then people started going thinking that the world was flat. So they'd send their business anywhere. They'd send it overseas and save a nickel on a process. But what we found was we really lost our community. And what Georgia Manufacturing Alliance does is it truly builds a community of people that support each other in a common industry and promote all the folks that are involved, and promote job growth here, and promote awareness, again, of those products that are made local. Georgia Manufacturing Alliance is set up as a private entity. It is a for-profit entity, and our focus is to be able to provide a great service for manufacturers. One of the things that we're really happy about is we've been able to do this independent of the government funding. We believe that if this thing can stand on its own 2 feet without any taxpayers' input, we should let it do that. And we've been able to do that, and excited about being able to continue to do that, because the industries that are benefiting from it are beginning to support it and promote us through membership and sponsorship. We host a bunch of events, and we charge for the events that we host. And if they're not attractive enough to bring attendees that'll pay just a little bit to participate in the events, then we shouldn't host those events. But we try to provide good, solid, quality events that attract people, that add value to their business, and we believe we can do that in the open market rather than it being a tax-based program. We are doing on the first Friday of each month, we host 2 networking events for non-manufacturing organizations, non-manufacturing companies like the banks and the lawyers and the guys that provide dock levelers and accountants and that sort of thing. Those people call on manufacturing. So what we do is we provide an environment so that those guys can network and pass business and pass referrals between each other. If one's already in company A, maybe they can open up the door and be a great gate opener for another company that's interested, in serving those companies. So we do networking events. So the first Friday of each month, we've got one in Gwinnett and one in Cobb. The second week of the month, typically we do our plant tours. We've got a great plant tour coming up this month at YKK. That event's going to be down in Macon. They got about a 300-acre facility down there. We're going to be doing 2 plant tours during that day. Really excited about that. And then the third week of the month, we typically will do a training specific for manufacturers. It's a safe place for manufacturers can attend with no service companies involved, so they don't feel like they're going to be sold to. So this is specifically for plant managers or even people in the marketing side of manufacturing, depending on the topic. This month we're going to be bringing in an OSHA trainer to come in and talk about the important things that the new laws and regulations as it relates to machine and factory safety. We're bringing him in to talk about what's going on directly to the plant managers, and that's the third week of the month. So we do trainings for manufacturers only the third week of the month. And then on the fourth week of the month, we're trying out a new environment. We're going to see about doing an executive roundtable. Hadn't got that nailed down yet. We're doing our kickoff meeting just to kind of test the waters and see what's going on. March the 24th. So we're going to look at that. But all the information can be found on our website at georgiamanufacturingalliance.com. And if you click on meetings, it gives you a big long list of the events that we've got scheduled. We are going to be doing a tour of graphics packaging in April, and then we're opening our Savannah chapter April the 17th, I believe it is, down in Savannah. We're going to be opening that at the Dirt manufacturing facility down there. So really excited about that. We got a bunch of stuff lined up. Yeah, the event in November is kind of our annual event. It's we've hosted 2 events previously. There's Georgia Manufacturing Expo that really designed to connect consumers to products that are made in Georgia. We've transitioned the format this year to go from an expo to a summit where we're bringing industry leaders in to hear about what's going on in manufacturing. So the Georgia Manufacturing Summit will be held November the 18th at the Cobb Galleria. We expect we'll draw between 300 to 500 manufacturing leaders and thought leaders to come in and talk about what's going on in our industry specific to Georgia. And we're still working on the speaker lineup. We do have, we will be repeating the People of Manufacturing Awards, where we'll highlight individuals and their accomplishments in manufacturing from around the state. We're taking nominations now at georgiamanufacturingawards.com. And so we've got the awards program that'll be going on as part of the summit in November. And we're really excited to see how that's going to shake out. The feedback that we've been getting so far, people are really looking forward to seeing the speakers that we're bringing in. The video contest, last year we received the Georgia Manufacturing, or the Buy from Georgia Proclamation from Governor Deal. And it was really to help promote Georgia products. And it really helped us promote the Georgia Manufacturing Expo. But this year we're not doing an expo. But what we are doing is we're continuing to promote Georgia products through a video contest. Now we've got at least 2 levels. We're looking at maybe adding a 3rd tier, but we're requesting that manufacturers send a video to us at buyfromgeorgia.com telling about what makes their product special and what makes Georgia great. How we can make it better in Georgia. Texas might be bigger, but Georgia makes it better. So our goal is, and kind of that's the theme, is Georgia makes it better. Tell us about your product and tell us why Georgia makes it better. So that's one of the pieces that we're looking. The second piece that we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening it up for consumers. We're going to encourage consumers to tell about the products that they enjoy. My son's a big bass fisherman, and he's going to be talking about Zoom baits. I know he's already got a video teed up. He's going to be showing on that. So we're going to do a contest, and that contest will include, we'll have a panel of judges to evaluate the videos. We'll announce those. We plan to show the videos, a video of the day or product of the day for the entire month of June. So we'd encourage you to submit your videos, tell us about the products that you like, why you like them, why does Georgia make them better. And so we're going to be doing that for both the manufacturing companies and also for the consumers. So that's what we've got teed up. Now what we're going to take it from there and go a little bit further. Once we establish this library of great videos, then what we're going to do is we're going to encourage folks to go in and vote by viewing the videos. And the videos that have the highest views from June to November will be highlighted at the summit. So it all ties together, and we're going to be promoting Georgia manufacturing and products statewide year-round. So we're really excited again about all the pieces we got lined up.